Stupid. Hey, you guys remember this guy, right? We're actually together. We're hanging out today. So, we're going to be talking on a little serious note. This is a little bit more serious than most of my videos. Here, you want to hold this for me?
Sure.
That way it's a little more focused. Let me pull this up just a little bit. So, it's a serious note, and hopefully this helps other women. So, when I was 18, I was raped. Whew, that feels so weird to say that on camera. But yeah, I was raped when I was 18.
And it wasn't by me, by the way, guys.
No.
I want to clarify that because...
No, we didn't even know each other back then.
No.
Not when I was 18, at least, no.
No.
So, I was 18, and a buddy of mine had his older friend's phone, and he was texting me from it, and then the guy goes, well, you have the wrong number. Spike went home. That's the
Babe,
guy's
you got to
friend.
explain it from start to finish because none of these people know.
So
when... where did you meet this guy?
I met him through a friend. So, a friend of mine, his nickname is Spike, so it's just a nickname. And he was texting me from this dude's phone, and I'm like, oh, okay. And he introduced himself as Chris. He's like, I have a Facebook and whatever. He's like, hey, do you want to be friends? I'm like, sure, why not, And he's like, hey, do you want to come over to my house and hang out and chill? I'm like, sure. So, me being dumb, I said, okay, let's hang out. I said, but you have to bring me right back home. And he's like, that's fine, whatever. So I think he picked me up on, was it Friday night? Friday afternoon, something like that. And I had to come back during that day, so I came back. But he took me to his house, and he gives me a drink, and he goes, here, take this. And I'm like, I'm like, what is it? And he's like, just try it. And I'm like, okay. So I took it, and all of a sudden I'm like, where the hell am I? I was fucked up the entire time, and I'm like, what the hell? He's like, I'm gonna go get you a coffee, but don't answer the door, don't talk to anybody. I'm like, okay, which is weird.
So my question to her was, and if she knew about this guy and said, hey, we can have sex, that's one thing, but this guy, because Brooklyn, when she went over there, she just wanted to hang out. But the way so I asked her, I said, well, what was going on in your head? So at the time, her dad was dating someone who wasn't unfit, that was just controlling. So when you're a kid, you're going to make up a lie and say, well, I'm spending the night at some friend's house. And that's what she said.
Yep.
So I would say that's the only thing that's on her. But for the guy to have his actions and just say,
right,
we're going to do this is not okay. And I told her she's very brave, and if you guys ever face that too, talk to somebody.
Right.
Sometimes in those hardest times, it's difficult. I've never went through that, but I know what it's like to be mistreated. But I couldn't imagine. My mom, when she was a little kid, got touched by I don't know if it was my uncle or somebody, but I found that out because my real dad, my real dad posted that on Facebook, and I started crying because my mom is one of the strongest people. But yeah, she was, I think, a teenager at the time. But yeah, I feel like a lot of times when you're not in the right state of mind, because from what Brooklyn was telling me, I think this guy giving her attention, she's like, yeah, I want to come over and
and hang out and whatever. So, so he gives me this drink, and it's a little shot. But there was something red and something like, it looked like chocolate. So I went and shot it back, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. And then all of a sudden I was like messed up. Like I didn't know where it was. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what? And he had a Mountain Dew, right? And I kept dropping it, and he's laughing at me, and he was like, let's go in the bedroom. And I'm like, for what? Why are we going into the bedroom? He picked me up, put me in his bedroom, and I'm like, no, stop. Nope, he didn't stop. He didn't care. He's like, no, I'm not going to stop. He did me that whole entire time, and then he went to sleep, and I was like wide awake after that, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then all of a sudden it just kept going. It kept repeating. I'm like, so it didn't matter how many times I said it, how many times I said stop, please stop, none of that. He just did it whatever he wanted. And I was like, holy crap. And here's the bad thing, he wasn't wearing a condom the whole entire time until the very end. And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, oh, you're self-conscious now? Like, what do you do? I'm like, you didn't wear a condom the fucking whole time you were doing it. And he gave me a UTI. And I went to school and passed out. And I had to go to the hospital. And there was a woman who came from I think she was from the police department. She was doing a rape kit. And it was a woman who did it, thank God. But when I had to see if I had a UTI, it was a male doctor. And let me tell you something, he wasn't very nice. He just shoved his fingers right. I'm like, okay, you know what? That hurts. He's like, oh yeah, you have a UTI. He gave me antibiotics, and he gave me the morning after pill. Let me tell you something. No one tells you how the morning after pill feels. It fucked with me for weeks. I was out of school for about a week, and I couldn't function. And I had nightmares from this. And I'm like, what the hell did I do? I'm stupid. What the hell?
So, after all this experience and stuff, what would you tell younger girls now, or like people in general? Would you, was there something in your gut at first telling you, hey, this guy's not right? Did someone say, maybe not hang out with this guy because he does this to girls, or was it just...
No, I hung out with him because, we were Facebook friends, and I was like, he was older, he was 24, I was 18. So since I was of age, it was his word against mine. So the police didn't do anything. So no charges were pressed. So but what I want to say to you younger women, if you feel like there's something wrong, because at the time I didn't feel anything until he says, hey, don't answer the door. And that was after I took the shot. I was like, okay. And then I started getting like, what? I'm like, where? I was like, disoriented, and I couldn't function. Like, my motor skills and my brain was like, it was out of control. So ladies, if you're going to hang out with somebody, bring a friend. Bring someone that you know and trust with you. I didn't have anyone at the time to go with me. And here's what I think. I think my ex-boyfriend at the time and his buddy set this up because it was both their friend who was there. He's like, I believe they said, hey, we have someone that you can, fuck up or something. Because the reason is because it was their friend, and they go, oh yeah, we saw you doing it. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, what the fuck are you talking about? I guess they had came to the window and saw that he was doing that, and I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you stop it? Oh, we didn't care. So that's all I got to say about it. I will tell you this, I do regret doing that, but I'm stronger now from it, but it wasn't a fun time. It really wasn't. It was just awful.
Well, I think even, like for I could understand, like, because it makes you feel used, and someone who thinks they have their best interests. And
yeah,
I know Brooklyn says it's her fault. The only thing I could say that's her fault is that she lied. She's, hanging out with a friend. But you guys got to understand that when your parents at the time don't give a shit about you, you're going to go to someone who gives you attention. And I'm not saying anything bad about her dad. That's not what I'm saying. But at the time, it wasn't a good time. And I can relate, even at times when I was 17 years old, that it was a rough time. And I think really Brooklyn's very brave, and like she said, guys, go get help. It's never too late to tell someone. I mean, nowadays it's like you can say someone touched you and they'll believe you, but it sucks that people make that up. But this is something I believe that she's talking about. Some stories I even tell babe, I'm like, is that even true? And some I have a hard time believing, but this is something I really do take serious. And no jokes aside, I'm very proud of her. I'm very glad that I respect her. There's sometimes I tell her no because I feel like it's not right. And I love this person. And I will always have this person. For her to do a video like this, I'll definitely, support it because this is what you guys need to hear. And this is this is what happens.
Yep.
And it sucks. But if that guy's watching, all I can say to you is please get help. Yeah. You're lucky I wasn't there because I'd knock your fucking ass out, and I'm dead serious because I think that no person, I don't care if you're a man, woman, you should never be that. No is no. Yeah,
I said no, please stop.
Now, it'd be different if Brooklyn went along with it. Then I'd be like, okay,
I think the only time that I was like, I gave up is like when my brain was just going on the fritz. Like, I was so fucked up, I was like, I just let it happen. And I said no the first time. I'm like, no, please stop. I said it 6 times. Please stop. I cried the first time. He didn't care. Nope. He's like, I don't care. I'm just going to do whatever I want. He didn't say that, but I know that's what he was thinking because he was bigger than me. I'm short. I'm really short. You can ask him. I'm very short and very tiny.
It's funny, guys. She's 4'11", and sometimes I forget she's my height.
Yeah.
That's how brave she is.
Hopefully you guys can see this because it's getting kind of dark.
But long story short, if you're going through something like this,
Yes.
please message her.
Yeah, talk to me down in
She's
the
got
comments.
an Instagram. This is her main YouTube channel.
Yep. Actually, my
So-
main Instagram is actually my actual name. So if you guys want to talk or if you guys have an Instagram, leave it down below and I'll DM you. We can talk about whatever you guys want to do. But remember, you are strong. If anyone has a story like this or you have something similar or you're going through any kind of problem, I'm here for you. Let's talk about it. I am here because I've cut myself. I've had an eating disorder. So, I know I know the gist of being a teenage girl. It sucks. Guys may think they have it hard, but no, girls have it 10 times worse because they are ridiculed by any guy in high school. And I'm not saying he did it, but most guys will judge a girl by what they wear and what they do. And it's true, right? Right?
And you know what? To be fair, and I'll be honest, if a girl's wearing something kind of sexy, you can't tell me she didn't know what she was wearing because sometimes girls do say that and they get mad at guys for looking. Well,
Okay,
I'm sorry, ladies.
then-
I'll be honest.
then
If
don't
you're
wear
into
it.
women,
Yeah, then don't wear it.
but I see where she's coming from because if someone is wearing something
Provocative.
risque or whatnot, you shouldn't put your hands on them.
Exactly.
Like I
It
never
doesn't
even
matter.
I see attractive girls all the time in the gym. My first instinct is I don't care about them. I really don't.
Yeah,
I mean they're
he's
there.
gonna be marrying me, so
Right.
I've got the man right here. I've got the man right here. I've got the love of my life right here, and that's just how it is.
But I want to clarify something so that people don't think I'm being chauvinistic. But it is true. What you wear, people are going to judge. But It
Exactly.
doesn't matter what you wear. But at the same time,
You have
don't
to-
put your hands on someone.
Yeah, even it doesn't matter if you're now if someone's attacking you, yes, you have the right to defend
Right.
yourself. But if they're not touching you, you have no right to touch them.
Right. And I agree with that. But you got to understand when you're wearing something that's provocative, you got to kind of just say to yourself,
Right.
you're
Right.
going to be attention. And it does suck
Exactly.
as a woman. I can understand, like, even
Yeah.
at this time of night, the difference between me, no one's going to mess with me walking down the street. But there are people that will mess with you. But with women,
It's
I think,
yeah.
yeah. So anyways, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can see us. If not, I'm sorry. But yeah, if you guys want to leave a like or a comment, comment your stories down below and I will give you a like and even ping you. So I love you guys. We're Super Saiyans and we keep on slaying. And
Don't quit, just sweat.
Healthy
The
chimichangas,
easy but cheesy, and
over
over 9,000.
mwah.
I love you guys, and if you guys need help,
Yeah, talk to
one
me.
website I could recommend for trauma and stuff is impact.com, La Fatera. My mom works with women that went through traumatic and
Yep.
pregnant women.
Yep.
But yeah, if you like, I would love to hear your guys' stories.
Yep.
This is her video, and
Yep.
I'm proud of her.
All right, guys. Love you. Bye.
Bye.